like my mage games. I play an undead fire mage. Here I was just doing 2v2s and looking for group. This round of games in particular, I was playing with a demon hunter and a rogue. I mean, I'm not 2K plus. I mean, I think we're playing like at 1400 MMR, 1500 MMR. But I make these videos just to go ahead and review my gameplay. And for anyone who happens to stumble upon my videos, please feel free to critique me. As I said before, I'm not a gladiator or anything like that. So any feedback from seasoned mages or who knows, maybe even another class that I was playing up against. Point is, if you're good, leave a comment down below. I'll reply. Any comments sure do help me out. So for now, this is just a montage of all the wins we got. I mean, there's definitely a lot of losses too. I'd say it's pretty even, but I at least wanted to see the wins here, just because I mean it looks better too. So, but the main thing, fire mage, undead. I don't think racials play too much of a big thing when you're playing, unless you're doing really really high MMR, and meaning like rank 1 range gladiator. I feel like all the classes are pretty balanced. I just played undead because I don't know, it looks pretty cool. So no real reasons. The racials are pretty decent too. I mean, you got a free trinket for sap and fear and charm effects, but I mean, it's no real big game changer in my opinion. It's more like how do you want your character to look. So I thought a zombie shooting fireballs looked pretty cool compared to, I don't know, let's say a little gnome or something. So that's the reason behind that. Uh, I'm recording this after the fact. I already clipped together all the footage and everything. If you do want to do some games with me and be in these videos, just leave like your battle tag down below or leave a comment. I always read the comments, reply to every single one of them. So just let me know if you want to do some games, Horde or Alliance. More Horde because I have my characters with gear on there. I do have an Alliance Druid, but I think I'm going to take that Druid Horde. So, Horde, if you want to do some LFG games, just let me know. Leave your battle tag or point is, leave a comment. I'll reply and we can go from there. There's definitely some things I have learned since I started uploading these videos. I should save my combustion for one when I want to use my 3 fire blasts and my pyroblast, regular pyroblast, not the greater pyroblast. I was popping combustion when I was casting greater pyroblast, and now that I think about it, I'm wasting about almost 4 seconds of my combustion, which I think it lasts like 10 seconds. So that's definitely a big letdown, but I did see an improvement in my gameplay when I did take one of the viewers' advice, so helps out a lot. I know some people are going to say, you play Mage, blah, 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 Greater Pyro. It's fun. It's, I don't know, just sheep, Dragon's Breath, Ring. I mean, it seems pretty simple, but at the end of the day, I mean, I think it has a pretty high skill cap, but I'm nowhere near that skill cap, definitely, as you can see by the way I play. So if you are Gladiator Mage and want to help me out a bit, again, please leave a comment down below with your suggestions or critique or whatever. Just call me an idiot. I don't care. But point is, there's that conversation and we can get something going there. Here, typically, usually when I put in LFG, I don't put anything specific. I'm just putting down quick cap or for fun. So typically when you're queuing up as a mage, you're going to get a lot of rogues and demon hunters, warlocks, all that stuff. So in my opinion, I like playing with a warlock the most because I think it has the highest burst potential. In my opinion, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was playing with a warlock and I'm shooting a greater pyroblast followed by my instant pyroblast, fire blasts, and combustion, all that stuff, along with their chaos bolt, infernals, and whatever else that warlocks do, we can pretty much easily one-shot someone. If I play with a rogue, we have to play a little bit more like evasive, whereas with a warlock or a demon hunter, you can play like more in the opponent's face. Just because we rely a lot on stealth and careful crowd control, i.e., three sheeps, dragon's breath, stuns, all that stuff. I mean, regardless, you're still going to be getting like 21 seconds of crowd control easily. However, I know a rogue can solo things pretty well too if he's assassination. Subtlety, however you want to pronounce it. Those guys are more of control, in my opinion. I think that those type of rogues are more fit for a threes team instead of a twos team, just because they have so much crowd control in terms of you got shadowy duel, you got kidney shots, you got cheap shots, you got all the fun stuff. So um, assassination definitely has the bleed damage, high bleed damage, the slows, fun stuff. If you're a rogue, you know. Either way, all the comps are fun. Demon hunters, um, I mean, I know a demon hunter can easily 1v2 things, especially if they have gear. It's nuts when you're playing with a geared demon hunter. I'm not too sure on my demon hunter's gear here. The one I was playing with, he definitely has some, I think. I don't remember. I think both these guys subbed to my channel too, so if you guys are watching this, sub. Yeah, so what else? Yeah, warlocks, chaos bolts with mages, greater pyroblast and combustion and meteor and all that stuff. It's definitely nuts. I don't think I played with a warlock. No, I didn't play with a warlock in this one. I was playing with a warlock today. I didn't record any of those games. Should have recorded those games. I'll play with a warlock later and do more of those. Um, like I said, casters, warlock, and mage. That's my favorite. Mage rogue is fun. A lot of people don't like mage rogue, at least when you're going up against it. I think it's pretty. If they're not like perfect, I mean, I think it's pretty easy to mess up their opener. If they don't get a good opener, it's pretty much anyone's game at that point. Um, I know if I'm playing a warrior, it definitely you can just blade storm and spell reflect, disarm, all that stuff. So pretty much messes up their opener. But warriors don't have a lot of self healing, at least in this expansion. So it's not ideal. I mean, if you're going up against in threes, it's pretty easy to counter it as long as they mess up on their CC. Or technically, you don't even really have to mess up on their CC. You can Berserker Rage the Sap and Blade Storm, Spell Reflect, whatever the point is. You can cancel their opener and you can go after the mage, but the mage is going to kite you if he's good. So I would say rogue. A lot of people disagree with me there, but um, that's what it is, man. So it's all about the gameplay, recording the gameplay, seeing what your what your weaknesses are. I have a decent understanding of crowd control and all that stuff. I mean, there's little specifics here and there of like when to use what in certain situations. I feel like that's where I have to work on the most if I want to get higher rating in arena. Um, I watch people play, but I mean, it's one thing to watch these rank 1 guys play on Twitch and stuff versus actually going up against them. Uh, Things are more refined and systematic when you're that high MMR that I've noticed. Whereas in lower MMRs, like the 14, 1600, 1700, it's like a lot of random stuff. Sometimes luck plays a big role in getting wins or not. But with the state of the game though right now, if you have high corruption gear, if you have good corruption gear like tentacles, infinite stars, all that stuff, it's definitely a game changer. And you have a high rated cloak, that way you don't spawn like grand illusions and things from beyond and all that other stuff. Someone with like tentacles, for example, can easily 1v2 a team if they get good procs. I mean, I don't have any of that cool stuff. I have cooldown reductions like on my mage. On my shadow priest, I have Twilight Devastation tier 2, It's alright. I mean, it hits for like 30k or so, sometimes 40k, depending on who I am going up against. But if I'm not facing them, and let's say I'm strafing or something, it can go a completely opposite way and doesn't even hit them. So it's less reliable as opposed to like a tentacle or the infinite stars. Yeah, the tentacles can die like in one shot, or infinite stars can be dispelled, but at least it's like a, I don't know if it's guaranteed, but I mean, it at least hits someone, right? Whereas like Twilight Devastation kind of, if you happen to be strafing when it procs, like, well, and the strafe is not in the direction of the enemy, then yeah, it's not gonna work. But I mean, I did find it better in my opinion than not running it. I just feel like my damage is higher, so I do my best to always at least be in line facing my enemy, right? When I'm on my Shadow Priest. But back to these games, uh, there's some times where I noticed, like I recorded these like a few days before, and I learned what I was doing wrong on the mage. So I know definitely don't combust when I'm casting the Greater Pyro. Uh, Nothing. It's better to use it when you're have your instant Pyroblasts and all that stuff. So you get the bonus damage and all that stuff from it. What else? What else? What else? Demon Hunters are pretty nuts. They're talented. They can be immune to certain things. Warlocks, I don't know. It is what it is. I used to play a Warlock back in Burning Crusade through about Ulduar in Wrath of the Lich King. I liked it. It was cool. It was my first character. I started playing Mage like in Wrath of the Lich King, but I didn't really start doing Arena and PvP until I think like Cataclysm. I just never had any interest in PvP really, and I don't know. Then I stopped playing for a few years. Came back, watched some guys play the game, and granted, a lot of the game is more simplified now and it's straightforward to the point. However, there's like little things here. I mean, I don't backpedal anymore, so and I use macros and focus macros and stop casting and all that fun stuff. So it definitely does improve your game. Target macros too, so I don't have to waste that tenth of a second like targeting someone. I noticed a huge difference when I was playing my Holy Paladin. I had to target macros and all that fun stuff, like I just mentioned before. And once you get the memorization down of your muscle memory for your keyboard and stuff, it just comes down to being aware of what's happening, what's going on. And I think the next part is being able to pretty much play your opponent's character for them, so you know like what they're gonna do, right? So it's being able to predict the opponent's moves, like, or even predict their next 3, 4, 5 moves. I mean, it's predictable in lower MMR, but definitely in the higher MMR where things are more, like I said, systematic. You can definitely plan ahead and prevent a lot of damage. Example like Iron Bark or whatever, you know. I mean, if you have that high MMR, you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see, what else? I'm also going to be uploading some classic videos too. I got, playing a rogue. I'm leveling up a rogue right now. I think the rogue's like level 44. I do have a level 60 warlock. I don't play my warlock that much. I haven't. I mean, I'm Soul Link spec right now just for like the damage reduction. And then I have like Demonic Sacrifice. So when I want to go farm, if I want to go farm like Maradon or get some gold or something. So I'll be uploading some videos from there too. The next video, I'm pretty sure is going to be my rogue one. I have to go through that footage real quick. I think I was just going through like a Zul'Farrak or something. It wasn't anything fancy. The group wasn't the best, but I got some footage. I'll talk about that a little bit. So for now, leave you guys at that. And I don't know, like, comment, subscribe, dislike, do whatever you have to do. Like I said, starting up my channel, I've gotten like 35 new subscribers in the last like couple weeks. So to me, that's a big deal for being a small channel. I think I'm like at 206 as I'm uploading this video. Hopefully when you do watch it, I don't know, maybe it'll be at 1,000 by then. So who knows? For now, that's it. And talk to you guys later. Bye.